Alright guys, so if you're dealing with the Bebop falling out of the sky as you just saw, this is the same Bebop that I crashed yesterday. You can see the back part. We did do some repairs on it. Gorilla Glue is awesome. I put in a vise, left it overnight, worked well. We don't got a white stripe on the back. We got a new battery. I promise you a new battery will fix your issues. We've sped this flight up just because this was a 20-minute flight, and I didn't want to leave you with 20 minutes of footage here, so I've sped this up ×4. This first initial run that we decide to go out, we're going to hit a mile. And we did that with ease. Right, let's see, I'll tell you in about we stopped. About 3, 2, 1, we got a little bit of interference on our FPV, and then we waited out and we kept going. We are going. This is actually further than I've gone in my flight field with any drone that I have, and I felt pretty confident with it. Again, this is the same drone that we crashed yesterday. The crash is at the beginning of this video showing the Bebop 2 crashing like a lot of people encounter. This is the same drone. It broke an arm, I fixed the arm. I got a new battery in it, and it was crazy. The Amazon where I live must have had the battery because it's like 1-day shipping, and I didn't pay for 1-day shipping. And again, out here we're at 1 mile. When I decide to pivot around here, we're at 1 mile. Wait for this flyback. Wait for the flyback that we do. We're going to do a mile flyback, and we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going over an area that I generally don't ever go over, and if I do go over, I kind of stop at the water, and then we keep going. Dude, this was epic. This was epic beyond epic. This Bebop 2 is definitely a drone to have in your arsenal if you're looking for a drone to just get out and fly, to get some epic footage. This was low light too, and I'm going to have to chalk it up to that. I believe it was like 7 and change, maybe 7:30, getting close to 8 o'clock. The sun's basically down. I think the Bebop 2's camera dark to light transition is a little bit better than the Bebop 1's. I have watched videos between the Bebop 1 and the Bebop 2, and the Bebop 1's camera and light seems to do better than the Bebop 2's, but this is showing that the Bebop's 2 camera is doing better than the Bebop 1's camera in a darker transition, because again, the Bebop 1 would have little bit darker video here. It'd be a little bit grainy. This is pretty good though, and I've never flown over this way. I've never flown over this way, guys. This is epic. I had an epic flight, and again, I've sped this up just for ease of time for you guys. That way you guys didn't have to sit through the slow flight that I did, because I did do a slow flight. I got solid 20 minutes. Earlier in the day, I decided to test this in my backyard, flew it for 6 minutes, so hypothetically on this battery I got a 26-minute flight. I'll link the battery that I'm using down below that I bought. We'll definitely do that for you if you want to check it out. It's definitely a good battery. I give it 2 thumbs up, especially on this flight. The other battery I threw on a voltmeter. There is a way to test the voltage. You don't want to do it on the battery. You want to do it through the cord. If you do it on the battery, you will bridge the connections and you will smoke something, or solder your connector that you're testing it with to it, because you don't test voltage on the battery. Plug in the little connector that would normally go into the wall outlet thing, and then you can test the first and the last pin as positive and negative. The one farthest right underneath the P is your positive, the one furthest left is your negative. That'll give you total voltage of the battery. And then if you go from the right underneath the P and the next one, you do positive and negative that way, that'll test one cell. And then if you jump over to the next one and do positive and negative where you just had the negative, it'll do the next cell, and so on. Right here I lost connection. The drone started to RTH. I thought it was a goner, and I was just shy of a mile out that way as well from myself, which I've also never flown the abyss that far either. So this flight was a lot of new things for me, man. It really was. And I thoroughly enjoyed this drone. And again, I broke an arm. I fixed it with Gorilla Glue. We got a new battery. That was it. I tested the old battery. 1 cell in the old battery is bad. The drone didn't recognize it. The drone was reading it at 100%. So if you have your drone doing backflips, if you have your drone falling to the ground, stop. Get a new battery, charge it, and go out and fly. The video is going to end here shortly. I think it does it in segments after a certain period of time, and I deleted the segment. I apologize. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Have a great day.